hopefully this will be good. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started. Take a comfortable seat. Roll the shoulders up and away from the ears. Keeping the chest lifted, we'll just drop the nose a little bit toward the floor. Eyes closed or soft. Tuning in to how am I today? What's going on in the body? What is it that I need out of my practice today? What would that feel like? What are the characteristics? And starting to lengthen out the breast, starting to use the entirety of your lung capacity, not pushing hard. Just expanding that inhale and squeezing a little bit at the end of the exhale. Couple more nice full breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly open the eyes and come back into your space. Okay, I'm going to take both hands off to the left side. So if you can, you're going to bring both hands to the floor. I'm going to try and keep the sit bones down. So you're turning the chest a bit toward the floor. Yeah, and if you want a little more, you can start to walk your hands around behind you. So you'll get even more stretch here if you do that. So starting to twist and really open the right side of the body. And inhale, I'm going to walk the hands back to center. I'm going to come over to the other side. So if you can, you bring both hands down on the floor. If you can't, then one hand could be on a block. And then just walking the hands behind you as much as you like here. Getting a side stretch. So we're going for a side body, left side body stretch. And then on inhale, we'll come on back to center. All right, let's come into our long body konasana, soles of the feet together. And using your blocks, we're going to come down with the forehead supported on your blocks and allowing the body to soften. Use as much height as you need to comfortably rest down. So as you hold these positions, you can always come back to what is it that I need? What is it that I'm trying to bring about in the body, the mind, the spirit? And what would that feel like, that new state? Can you open to that new state? Notice if the mind has drifted away, and if it has, just coming back to that focal point, to the present. And on your next inhale, we'll come on up. You can set your blocks aside and straighten out the legs. I'm going to cross the right leg over the left. I'm going to try and stack your knees. Right knee on top of the left. So trying to bring them down and draw that right foot in towards your hip. So right foot comes back and the knee stacks as much as it will. I'm going to try and keep both sit bones down. If you want a little more, you can bring your bottom foot in as well, bringing the foot up close to the hip. Otherwise, you can keep in this half version, whichever way that you like here. I'm going to lift up to the top of the head and then turn toward the right. So you're going to drop that left arm down. You can leverage against your knee or your thigh. You keep walking the right hand around and twisting. On inhale, we'll come on back to center. And I'm going to come forward now over that front leg. If you can reach your foot, you could do that. If you can't, you can grab a hold of what you can. So we still have the right knee stacked on top of the left. And I'm starting to fold forward. Now, if your belly and your thighs are touching here, you could drop your nose down towards your top knee. On inhale, we'll come on up from there. I'm going to switch sides so you can release the right leg and then stack your left knee on top, trying to bring your left foot a little closer to your hips. With both sit bones down, here we're going to start with a twist. So drop the right arm to the outside of the knee or the thigh, lifting up to the top of the head and turning, opening out toward the left side. On inhale, we'll unwind the twist and coming into our forward bend, keeping the knees stacked. You might reach down for that foot or the leg. Starting to drop the chest as low as it wants to go. On inhale, come on up. And you can release. We're going to set up for supported child's pose. So this one is we'll use the bolster between the knees or the thighs. And as much height as you're wanting. And you want the belly and the head to come down onto your support. Finding a comfortable place and letting gravity take over. Staying present with what does the body and the mind need in this moment? How can I help my being to move toward balance? We'll pick up just the head and turn to look the other way. And on inhale, we'll come on up. You're going to move into a supported downward facing dog. So the idea is that your head will be on your bolster or bolster blanket stack. And you're going to come up with the hands on either side into your downward dog. So you want to find the height that you need to be able to make contact, the head onto your support, but still using the arms and the legs. Here, just breathing in your downward facing dog. And then from here, when I come on back down onto the floor, I'm going to turn, working on a back bend. So come into supported reclined Baddha Konasana. So this one, you have your hips on the floor, taking the back bend into the lower back, the knees out to the side, and whatever height that you'd like underneath of your head or shoulders. And if you want to use your blocks under your knees, you could do that as well. So trying to find a little bit of a lower back bend and an openness across the front of the body. And again, just letting gravity do the work, but stay present in the mind. And on your next inhale, slowly work your way up. You're going to be straightening out the legs and taking this back bend a little higher into the back. So I'm going to turn your bolster to short leg. And you have an option here. You could go for the very center of the back by bringing the bolster up next to your hips and coming back over that way, in which case you'll have something under your head. If you want to go more toward fish pose, you could take the bolster a little bit further away. And then you're going to open the neck. And on this one, you would not put anything under your head. You'll intentionally open the neck region. So your choice on those two positions is really just a slide of whether it's up against you or a little bit further back and whether or not you have something under the head. And arms can be anywhere. You could play around with by your sides or over your head. And so we're going intentionally for a back bend here. So try to soften around the spine. See if you can open to that openness in the back. And also noticing how the front of the body responds. There's a tightening across the belly, or as you're breathing, trying to breathe into the belly, so you can open the front side of the body as well. And on your next inhale, I'm going to slowly work our way up out of that. I'm going to come more up to sitting. So be careful with the back. Be mindful of the back as you come up. We're going to be working our way into a forward bend now. So we're going to take the feet out wide. A supported, seated, wide leg forward bend. So for here, you could have a blanket underneath of your hips if there's a difficulty with trying to get forward. You could also have something under each knee if there is pain in the knees or difficulty keeping the knees straight. So you could roll up a blanket and put underneath of the knees. And then you can have as much of a stack and in front that you would like. So you can use as many props as you want to come forward. The idea is that we're going to come forward over our support, and it's okay to round the back here. And try and bring your head down in a place that feels easy, feels comfortable, but so you can still feel a stretch. So the tailbone is starting to slide back behind toward what's behind. I'm going to soften the body. We just did a bunch of back bending. So this forward bend, you can just breathe into your back. Just noticing if there's places that aren't quite as open or smooth right now. Starting to breathe into those places. So noticing what arises in the body or in the mind as you stay here. Just trying to continually soften, coming back to why am I here? What am I doing? And on an inhale, we'll come one up from there. So we're going to come down onto the back and have your bolster close by. So I'm going to come all the way down. Start knees bent, feet on the floor. The bolster beside you. So from here, let's just draw the knees into the chest. You can wrap your hands around your knees or your shins, maybe rock side to side, massage out the back. And then we'll come back to center. You can release the feet back down to the floor. With your bolster on your right side, the right side of your body, you're going to extend the right leg long onto the floor. And then roll onto the outer right hip and drop your left knee on top of your bolster. So you're going to support your left leg, your bent knee, onto the bolster. And it can be any height here. So it might feel good to bring your left knee a little higher towards your shoulder. It might feel better to have it a little bit lower. But you want it easily supported on the left side. And now from here, you're going to open the chest toward the ceiling and take a twist. Drop your left shoulder down toward the floor. And the head can look either direction. Just finding an easy softness in your twist. You think about wrapping that belly around toward the left side, softening shoulder down. Trying to stay with what may be arising in the body. And those small, subtle sensations, in addition to the larger ones. On inhale now, I'm going to roll on out of your twist. Bend both knees to come back to center, so feet on the floor. Let's do a quick bridge pose. Walk the feet in toward the hips, hands anywhere you'd like. Push into the feet to lift up, winning the tailbone toward the knees when you come up. Shoulders drop down toward the floor. Try to make an easy bridge, but something that you can really feel solid on the feet on the floor. Feel solid with the shoulders down. And then we'll slowly lower the hips back down to the floor. We're going to switch sides. You're going to pick up your bolster and take it over to the left side. And you'll extend your left leg long on the floor. And then you'll roll out onto your outer left hip and bring your right knee comfortably onto your bolsters. Again, the height doesn't really matter too much. It could be way up next to your shoulder, could be further down. So you want to make sure the lower body's turning toward the left, and then the upper body's going to open out to the right. The right shoulder dropping down toward the floor and the chest open. Inhale, we'll unwind out of the twist. And for our Shavasana today, we're going to use the bolster under the knees. So you can move your bolster into a comfortable place underneath the knees. So your feet might be off the floor. Knees can kind of splay out to the side. And then if you have your blanket, you can also take a blanket underneath of your head. So your head is just slightly up. And if you have the blanket under your head there, you're going to want to try and find a place that's comfortable on the neck. So it's a nice supported arch in the neck, not overly straining. And the arms, anywhere you'd like for your Shavasana, just allowing the face to soften, the whole front of the body to soften into the back part of the body. And you can practice, one of the Yoga Sutras talks about the benefit of surrender. This act of giving in to where the body wants to go, to the wisdom of the body. Kind of releasing a little bit of our control. Just letting all the good effects of the practice do their work. And begin to deepen your breathing. And to come out of your Shavasana, bend your knees so that you can get your bolster out of the way. And then you can slowly roll onto one side and work your way up. Hands together at the heart. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Drink lots of water. Take care of yourselves. Go to bed early if you can. And I will see you in class again. Namaste.
Namaste.